Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, July 17th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. The low to mid 350s remain an objective over the next 2 to 3 weeks above the 305.13 level. 305.13, I can show very quickly here, is nothing more than a 1 week, 1.5 week channel top that we settled above almost a week ago, and that set up a return to the low to mid 350s as a 2 to 3 week target. On the way up, we have a 3 to 5 day objective. We're like day 4 into that. We might reach that actually day 5, 332.58 if we can push or open today above that 50% retracement level at 323.16, which has been containing the markets pretty well, as you can see, for the last few days. But bottom line, holding above 305.13, a 3 to 5 day target continues at 332.58, and a 2 to 3 week objective in the low to mid 350s. So upside today, if we push or open above 323.16, 332.58 is likely. Where we can top out for the day, that would be the profit-taking area for 3 to 5 day swing traders, because from here we can fall back through the rest of the week through tomorrow. I don't know whether we would fall all the way back to 305.13 within 3 to 5 days. I don't think that is likely. I think what is likely is if we top out at 332.58, it could be for a day or two before then presumably we close above it Monday, Tuesday of next week, and then continue on into the low to mid 350s targeted long-term resistance. And we've been here before, this low to mid 350s. It is an area, longer-term 2.5-year channel top, and a 50% upside retracement from the December high to that April low that has performed quite well over the last few months in containing weekly and monthly buying pressures. And if we can get up and over 355.86, over the next few weeks, for instance, then we've got a long-term buy signal through the rest of the year. We could perhaps by the end of the year see 518.19. That would be a long-term target. But until then, this area in the low to mid 350s still able to contain buying through August into September, and we can fall away again from here. So I see no compelling reason to be long, longer term, that is to say through the rest of the year, unless we can close above 355.86. Until then, we could, once we test 355.86, fall back to some variation of this channel bottom at 255.41 on the daily chart, and on the weekly chart that comes in at 257.96. So we could, once we test the low to mid 350s, fall back into the 250s within 1 to 2 months. It depends on volatility, of course, but you can see your low 350s here, your mid 350s here, your mid 250s here. Once we test this, within a couple of months of doing so, we could fall all the way back. We could also have kind of a collapsing dynamic that can occur. No surprise with this stock. That can happen from time to time. So, that is kind of the dynamic to the upside. Before I jump to the downside, I do want to mention that this week, WickedStocks.com has put out 2 stock picks, one on SoFi Technology, the other on Unity Software. That came out on Wednesday. 2 stock picks this week. We never present a stock pick unless we're confident of at least a 20% return following the buy signal. That will, I'm not going to go too deep into it. What I really want to say is you can see that all for free by going to wickedstocks.com. Taking advantage of our 5-day free trial will provide you access to those 2 stock picks, Unity, SoFi Technology. There's also a handful that are just kind of waiting, pending, have yet to elicit. You'll have all that at your disposal, as well as daily Triple Q and daily SPY analysis and weekly Apple stock analysis, all for free for 5 days. If you do it now, you'll spill into next week, where you'll also get next Tuesday's stock pick for free. So check us out at wickedstocks.com. So here we are. Let me go back to this chart that, yes, unable to push above 323.16, we can fall away. Now, I'm not expecting 305.13 today, but we could see it. I mean, stranger things have happened with this stock. 305.13 still able to contain selling into next week, and above which 332.58, let's just say once tested, if retested, 332.58 in reach over the following 3 to 5 days, the low to mid 350s within 2 to 3 weeks. But we are kind of on our way anyway, following the buy signal almost a week ago.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
That was Friday of last week. That sets up 332.58 as a 3 to 5 day target. And if we push through, especially open above 323.16 today, 332.58 I think is likely today, where profits can be taken for 3 to 5 day swing traders, and day traders can certainly have at 332.58 as a short sale. A downside, if we do close back below 305.13, that failure to follow through on a classic buy signal is in itself a sign of weakness. Now, in the 2 to 3 week time frame, it's been a little iffy lately, especially on the sell side. We've had, and I don't think we even show them anymore, but we had a 2/3 speed line climbing that we closed below. We actually gapped below a couple of weeks ago and then closed back above it less than a week later. Prior to that, we also had a 3-month, 4-month channel bottom that held beautifully back in early June that we then closed below a couple of weeks ago, only to close back above. So we've had these rejections of these 2 to 3 week sell signals. And so I'm reluctant that if we close below 305.13 to indicate, the channel bottom at 255.41. But that may be, as we come into late August, looking back, exactly what could transpire. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you're a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week swing trader, I see no good reason to be long Tesla if we close back below 305.13. Is it a good reason to go short? I think you can set a short, but I do think taking some profits anyway at 284.70 on the way down is not a bad idea. We've also got 272.87. That's a 5/8 Fibonacci. It is a bit stair step, but closing below 305.13, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of August we're trading in the mid 250s. That 255.41 formation able to contain monthly selling pressures, and from there we could, yes, round up, I don't know, back into the 350s again. If we test this 255.41 channel bottom perfectly, we could round up to what then would be the channel top that is more in the 340s and dropping within a matter of a month or two. Last thing I'm going to say is if in the coming weeks we close below the mid 250s, 257.96 on that weekly chart, we then enter a 2 to 3 month sell signal that would likely yield, in my opinion, the 160s over that time frame. 161.77 to 167.87, well suited 5-year channel bottom to contain selling on an annual basis, and we can round up nicely there from there into 26. So in terms of our 2 to 3 month dynamic, it is still buying the mid 250s and selling the mid 350s. And if we close outside that area, we have a significant directional signal in the respective direction. I think I said it pretty well there. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial and everything you'll get, as I mentioned earlier. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Friday's Tesla, and you have a great day.